Ray Wheatley for Fightnews. I'm here with WBA number 3 heavyweight Lucas Big Daddy Browne, who goes in for the WBA crown against Ruslan Chaegav on March the 5th in Grozny, Russia. How are you, Lucas?
Very good, mate. How are you?
Your training's going well?
It is actually, yeah. I've got about 2 weeks left now, but yeah, basically myself and Rodney Williams have been working really hard on technique and yeah, just being able to move more, a bit more agility, obviously lighter, things like that. So I'm sitting about 114 at the moment, so I'm very happy with the weight. And yeah, I honestly couldn't be happy with the way it's going.
So you've noticeably trimmed down, mate, and it's your work rate seems to have picked up in sparring sessions.
Well, that's the thing. I know I've got the power and all the rest of it. I just need to be able to do that on a consistent basis rather than just throwing the one-off punch. I need to be throwing 3s and 4s and things like that, and do it consistently over the 12 rounds. So I sparred Jai Apataya the other day. Generally, he's the one that's sort of throwing those 3s and 4s rather than the 1s and 2s. But I think we're on the same page when we're both throwing the 3s and 4s, and it was actually a much better sparring session. Yeah.
Now you've been naturally you've been studying Ruslan Chaegav and his fights. He's certainly been a great fighter in his day. He's as an amateur, he beat the great Cuban Felix Savon.
Yes, yes.
As a pro, the only fights he lost to Vladimir Klitschko and Alexander Povetkin. Now, against Povetkin, you've seen that fight?
I have, yes.
Povetkin's about 6'2".
Yeah, about that.
Ruslan Chaegav, 5'11".
Yeah.
They basically fought at close quarters most of the fight.
It was actually, yes, yeah.
Povetkin outworked him, had a better variety of punches.
Yes, pretty much. That's how I saw it. Yeah, he basically outworked him. As I said, threw more of the 3 and 4 punches rather than just the 1s and 2s. Yeah. And yeah, just a better variety. And had the nice little left-handed uppercut and things like that. But yeah, it was basically outworked him over the 12 rounds.
Chaegav probably won 3 or 4 rounds in that 12
pretty
rounds.
Much, yeah. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Now, when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, Klitschko dominated.
Yep.
Right,
yep.
Had him down in round 2,
yep.
and basically kept him on the end of his long-range punches and combinations.
Yes.
Now, 6'7" Vladimir Klitschko, as compared to 5'11" Chaegav.
Yep.
You are 6'5".
That's correct.
You're 6 inches taller than Chaegav.
Yep.
You've got an excellent left hand.
Yep.
Can you keep him on the end of your left hand and keep him at long range?
I think it's going to be a combination of both. It'll be similar to what Klitschko was doing in regards to obviously keeping him away, but at the same time making sure I've got the right angles, not just going straight back as Klitschko would with his hands up and all that sort of stuff. So a few more angles, a few more better looks, and a bit more like Povetkin where I'm throwing the 3s and 4s and coming up with different punches rather than just the same 1-2s or 1-2-3s, stuff like that.
Yeah. Frezequendo had a very good night against Chaegav.
Yep.
Was a closely contested bout.
Yep.
Chaegav was noticeably slower in that fight than his previous fights from a few years back. Yeah. You've noticed that?
I like the way Quendo sort of moved around. He made Chaegav follow him and things like that. And again, that's where my agility will come into it. I'm extremely agile, especially for my size, but I just don't show it, or I haven't showed it sort of recently anyway. So hopefully I'll be able to show it in this one and show a little bit more of what I'm actually capable of doing. Sort of a combination of that as well, a bit more ringmanship and using the reach and using the combinations. They're the sort of 3 things I'll be looking at doing.
Now, training under Rodney Williams now for 4 months since September of last year. Yep. You've certainly improved. Yeah. Do you feel your stamina's improved as well? Yes,
definitely. On a daily basis, we do sort of 12 rounds of footwork drills, and then we'll go do 12 rounds of pads. So I'm doing 24 rounds as one session. Like then I do my second session in the night time anyway. So I think stamina-wise, it's very good. As I said, the weight's come down to 114, so that's a good 10 kilos off what I would normally carry around anyway. So it's definitely translating into a stamina and a bit more consistency, I suppose.
That's great. Yeah. You've had no injuries at all?
No, nothing at all. No.
Nothing at all? No
problems.
You're sparring Jai Apataya today, former world amateur champion?
Yep.
Who was the southpaw?
Mate, he's Islander. He's got the young Islander like power, and he's got a good chin and everything else, but the kid's a freak. He's very agile, very quick, uses sensational angles, and obviously a left-hander, which obviously throws a different spanner in the works straight off the bat. But a great kid, a great talent, and a great future. Yeah.
Only 20 years of age.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was nationally, was world amateur junior champion at age 15.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Heavyweight, light heavyweight champ.
Yep.
Was Australian heavyweight champ 2012. Was picked to go to the London Olympics.
Yep.
So he's got it all in front of him. He's going to have a great career.
He certainly does. Like he's coming back from his hand injury. He hurt it in his last fight, the left hand. We did 7 rounds the other day, and he went through it no problems whatsoever. So obviously it's still a fitness thing and a stamina thing for him. But his fights aren't going 12 anyway. They're only going sort of 4s and 6s. But yeah, definitely pump out another 8 today and see how we go.
That's great, Lucas. You've had that great sparring, mate. Now, you depart next Tuesday for Russia?
Tuesday on the 23rd, that's correct, yeah.
Who's going with you on the plane?
On the actual plane itself, we'll be myself and Rodney. Unfortunately, I got the business class and he's got the economy, but he is a small fella, so that'll be all right. I don't mind that.
There you go.
But yeah, everyone else will be coming over later on. Both my brothers, sponsors, managers, all that sort of stuff, and then the actual Hatton team as well. So we get met up by Philippe from Hatton when we're in Moscow, and then Philippe Fondue, and we'll sort of take it from there. So there'll probably be about a group of say 10 all up by the actual fight. Now,
will that give you? It's going to take a couple of days to shake off the jet lag. So they'll give you about 10 days in Russia.
Pretty much, yeah. I've been looking at the weather, and it's not as bad as what everyone sort of has been saying. Some days go down to about 7 or 5 even, but there's other days that go up to 20. So I'm not too fussed about the cold. I've got all my thermals and everything else just in case. But yeah, everything's going to be sort of tracksuit, beanie weather, and yeah, it'll be good for me because I don't like the heat as much as I do the cold anyway. So I'm going to quite enjoy it, to be honest.
So it's not a big thing for you to be fighting abroad. You've had about 5 or 6 fights in England?
Yeah, I think about 6 in England, and I had the Hong Kong one as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I'm in fight mode before the fight anyway, so I go over there and I'm pretty much stuck in the hotel or doing what I need to do, and then they fly me home the next day. So really, I don't get to see much of what I do, but it's just a fight. Yeah, it is what it is.
You've got no idea who the officials will be?
I've got an email. I won't be able to repeat it for you because I've got no idea what their names are. But no, I've got an email, and they are spread around.
Countries? They're all neutral countries?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, that's great, Lucas.
Yeah.
Well, Lucas, once again, mate, the best of luck over there in Russia. We're sure you're going to pull it off, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You put the hard work in, mate, and it'll pay off on the night.
That's it. 2 weeks left just to fine-tune what needs to be done and just peak the fitness, and away we go.
Anything you'd like to say to your fans on Fightnews?
Basically, as everyone knows, this is going to be for the WBA world title. So first time a legitimate title has been won by an Australian heavyweight. So thank you for the support. Make sure you keep watching, and history is about to be made. Thank you.
Good on you, Lucas. Cheers, mate. Best of luck.